Thoughts and prayers out there for him and his family. He'll be okay. He'll work through it. He's got a bunch of brothers that love him, and we'll take good care of him. And then looking at the ball game, great victory for our kids. I was extremely pleased with the coaching job our staff did. I think we had 3 penalties. 1 was on me. Just not getting them on the field quick enough on that sideline. Other than that, I thought our kids played a disciplined football game. I was really impressed with the number of players that participated and had a lot of productivity. Just some dominating numbers. Hats off to Coach Bola and the defensive staff and those kids. I think they gave up something like 60 yards or something like that. Great defensive effort. 8 new starters on defense went into the game, in my stomach saying, young guys just go play hard and take shots. But in the back of your head, there's parties like that's 8, 9, 10 new guys running around. And I was really pleased with the way they played. The tackles were spread out amongst a lot of players, as you guys know. I think Zaire had maybe 6 tackles, a couple TFLs and a sack. Winfield had a nice pick 6. Thought that was good play. We almost came up with 2 or 3 more picks. I thought our offense did a nice job. I don't have the final stats in front of me. Last time I checked, we were like in 420-some yards offense. So the numbers were good. Really excited about the young kids. A lot of young kids, that we recruited that we felt were pretty good football players, did some good things. I thought Eric did a nice job. Eric Dungy did a nice job. We really didn't anticipate or want to throw him to the wolves like this so quick. But God love him. He's a great kid. He works extremely hard. He's going to have a good future here. I liked his reads. He was on the right reads, and he was on the right side of the field with a lot of his preparation going into the thing. I knew he'd be that way. He was just a little quick on a couple of them. Came off a couple reads, but I was pleased with him. Jordan Fredericks had a nice game. Georgie Morris had 70 yards, I think. Did some good things. Irv Phillips, dynamic. Saw some good things out of him. We think he's okay. Wanted to be smart with him coming off the field, but 2 touchdowns out of Irv was very impressive. Great to see Brisley and those quick little legs back out there. God, I missed his healthy legs last year, and it's good to see him running around out there. That punt return's the first one we had since like 03, they told me. And that was great to see. And we had some great effort blocking down the field on that too, really playing through the echo of the whistle. And go figure, Norton had a forced fumble. He fixed it. He fixed the mistake of Davon on the sideline and pulled that ball out. And I was happy as hell to see that and get that ball back and that momentum. I think Rhode Island had 2 first downs. And again, hats off to that whole defensive staff. Coach Bola, Coach Lee, Coach Doust, Fred Reed, and our young coaches did a great job in preparation. Getting these young kids ready to run a lot of defense, because we run a lot of defense, and I was really just very proud of my staff. We had 16 plays over 10 to 15 yards. So anyway, great victory. Unfortunately, football, the contact sport, just kills me with Terrell. We love him so much, and now we got a hell of a opportunity in front of us to go against a Wake Forest team coming in here next week. With that, any questions?
Please raise your hand and we'll bring a microphone to you.
Go ahead.
Mike?
Coach, did you say anything to Eric once you knew Terrell had to go out and Eric had to be thrown back in there? Did you talk to him, give him any message before he went out?
I said, this is what we brought you in here to do. And I said, go have a blast, man. Winked at him, and, I said, let's go. And like I said, I thought he did a good job. He did a good job. He'll get better every week, too.
What happened on Terrell's play when he got?
Yeah, with Terrell's play, I don't think it was he told me he didn't think it was a contact thing. He just cut really hard, and that Achilles just popped on him, and
So it does look like an Achilles.
Yeah, and again, we'll give you the details, but they said it was an Achilles injury, and it's not good. So.
Seth and then Dan. So, Coach, why were the young guys, whether it was Eric or Jordan Fredericks or even Dante, why were they able to be so good tonight? Why were they able to do such a good job for you?
In recruiting, we really felt like we had a great class coming in, and the big guys included. This freshman class, they have not acted like freshmen since the day they got on this campus. Very mature group, a very focused group, very close group, And they listened to the upperclassmen. They did a great job listening to the upperclassmen when they got in here, and they said, which way do we go? How hard can we go? They never batted an eye. It's the first time we had every freshman just kill it on the run test. I mean, it was easy. It was easy. That's never happened since I've been here, which tells you the preparation they put into it before they got to campus. They love football, and there's some damn good talent in that class, you know. And there's a few more that didn't get a lot of reps yet. They're going to help us a bunch here in the future too. I'm excited to see those guys contribute. It was good to see, you know, Contreras got on the field at wide receiver. We need to use him in the kicking game. Tyrone Perkins has a lot of ability. Need to get him going. Proud of Jacob Hill. Ever since he got here, he's fun to watch. It's just a great. We got a great youth movement here. A great future for us. And, you know, a bunch of older brothers that have really taken them under their wing and done a nice job as a family, football family. So, you know, I think it just goes back to the love of the game. They love the game, and they have a little swag to them. They're not afraid to just go out and play. You know, I didn't see one kid nervous before the game. One of those freshmen, not one of them. Eric Dungy might have had the normal butterflies, but as far as, you know, being worried or having that angst on their face that sometimes you see, didn't see it at all. See it all.
Dan and then Steven.
Scott, obviously, you know, when you see this team and what they were able to do out there, one of the guys, you know, you talked about Jordan Fredericks as well as some of the other young guys, but Corey Winfield, who has moved over from offense to defense, just what you could say about that play that brought the touchdown and how far he's come along.
He's really come along. All those corners have done a nice job. They really bought in. They understand how important it is to play with technique. They're starting to learn how to play the game at their speed. And they've really bought in. The buy-in factor with those guys to become better technicians, from Wiggum all the way down through Morgan to Dowles to Hudson, every one of those kids, they really bought in. And Corey is a very gifted athlete, you know, 41-inch vertical jump. It was just, you know, really for him learning how to play the game. And, you know, I've been really lucky to have some good athletes like him over the years move from the other side of the ball and become very good players and play at the next level. And I think he can be one of those guys if he continues to pound the rock and just learn that the game is at his speed, because he's a great athlete. So really pleased with him and all those kids, and happy for him too today. It was great to see him show that athleticism on that play.